a lot of it is me speaking, which is good because I love speaking. I can listen to myself all day, actually. Okay, that's, well, you know, if you've got any questions, you know, do say stop, you're speaking too quickly, or you can't hear me, or anything like that. It will be in English, because my Russian is very bad, but also at the end as well, we've got time for questions as well, if any of this really interests you. Okay, right, so, well, actually, who are we? Because it's actually quite confusing, these different names, actually. What are we talking about? I mean, the British Isles, Great Britain, Britain, the UK, what's the difference? Good question, actually. A lot of people in Britain don't know what the difference is, but generally, the British Isles is a geographical term. It's just like the land which is in the sea. So when you're talking about geography, you talk about the British Isles, so it's not really about nationality, it's more of a geographical unit. Great Britain, let me get this right, is England, Scotland and Wales. Okay? That's Great Britain. Okay? Britain and the UK, these are basically synonyms. That's basically one sovereign area. So you've got England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. Okay? That's the UK. That's Britain. So if you say to someone where they're from, they'll say, I'm British. Well, actually not. Actually, I don't know why, but I usually say I'm English. Maybe I'm not a great patriot or something, but if you say to me, where are you from? I'll say I'm from England. Although technically, England is not really... I mean, my passport, I think I've got it with me somewhere. I hope I've not lost it. My passport is a British passport from the UK. Okay? I guess it's a bit like that in Russia, isn't it? Because you've got, I mean, you know, the Russian Federation is, you know, is the actual, the kind of sovereign area, isn't it? Because actually, funny enough, I met a guy on Saturday in London, and he was speaking Russian. I said, where are you from? What was his name? Ruslan, yeah? He says, I'm from Chechnya. Now that interested me, because he said he's from Chechnya. I said, well, Chechnya's not a country. Oh, said, yeah, I'm from Russia. But that interested me. So obviously he identified with Chechnya, which I think is in the south of Russia, yeah? So first he considers himself Chechen, and then he considers himself Russian. Maybe he considers himself English now, actually, I don't know, actually. He was an interesting guy, actually, but yeah, okay. Actually, where I'm from Manchester, which is, of course, the best place in the UK, of course, yeah? So if you go to the UK, of course you'll go to Manchester, of course, that'll be the first place that you go to, yeah? So actually, you might not be able to understand me very well. One is I'm quite tired. The second is we have quite a specific accent in Manchester. So I say things like love, not love. Glass rather than glass, yeah? Grass rather than grass. So, you know, there are quite a lot of specific accents in England. Actually, in Manchester as well. Like, a north of Manchester accent is quite different from a south Manchester accent. An East Manchester accent is different from a South Manchester accent. It's like, I'm always making fun of my uncle, who's from the east of Manchester, because he's got a very strong East Manchester accent. So when you're in England, you understand within seconds where someone's from, Newcastle or you know, Liverpool or London or something like that, yeah. I'm not a great fan of London, actually. Most people in England hate London, actually, just been a bit unfair there. Okay, any questions about these places? Yeah, okay, well, let's keep going here, let's keep going. Oh, great, okay.
Why do you say that most of people in England hate London?
Well, we'll come on to that, yeah, we'll come on to that, yeah. I don't know, I think there's always that feeling about capitals, yeah. For me, London is a very foreign place, yeah? We'll come more on to that later, actually. But by the way, I've done quite a lot of travelling around Russia. A lot of people hate people from Moscow, actually. Yeah? Okay. London's quite a specific place. Of course, it's great for tourism. You've got Big Ben and... well, there's a lot of interesting things there, yeah? I mean, if you come to Manchester, there's not a lot to do for tourists, actually. If you say, what can I see in Manchester? I mean, there are things to see, of course, but it's not such a great tourist place. Anyway, I've got a good question, though. I mean, just like stereotypes, yeah? I mean, we always think about stereotypes, don't we? actually before this slide, because when we're talking about Britain, obviously we're talking about actually two different races really. You've got the Anglo-Saxons, who are the English, and then you've got the Scottish, Irish and Welsh, who are originally one ethnic group, the Celts. So you've basically got two different types of people in the British Isles. You've got the Anglo-Saxons and you've got the Celts. Okay? Although it's very mixed up actually. I think maybe like 1% of people in Britain are Anglo-Saxon and much fewer the Celts. But obviously, I mean, there are many stereotypes. I'll tell you this joke here, just to illustrate a stereotype. If you know it, don't tell anyone, because it's... I hope you laugh. I mean, people often don't laugh at my jokes. Okay, it's just a joke about stereotypes, yeah? There's an Englishman, a Scottishman, and an Irishman. Now, in England, we always tell jokes about Irish people being stupid. Now, I'm not a racist. It's a stereotype, yeah? Okay? So this is a joke about stereotypes. There's an Englishman, a Scottishman, and an Irishman, and like Robinson Crusoe, their ship wrecks, and on a desert island. Oh no, they're on a desert island. No TV, no internet, no mobile phones. Sounds like paradise, but they're on an island. And they're walking around, they're quite bored. How are they going to go back to Britain? Okay? And they're walking down the beach, and suddenly they see a bottle there, okay, on the beach. And they open the bottle, and what happens? There's a genie! A genie comes, and the genie says, oh, I will give you 3 wishes, Englishman, Irishman, Scotsman. The Englishman says, oh, okay. Now, an Englishman's home is his castle. I want to go home. Ding! He goes home. The Scottishman says, oh, I love whiskey. Let me go back to Scotland and drink whiskey. And ding! He goes. The Irishman thinks, I'm lonely without my friends. Bring them back. Okay, don't worry if you don't laugh. Yeah, it's not you, it's me.